Is the Singapore property market heating up or cooling down? Well, in August 2025, the property market just gave us one of the most confusing signals in years. On one hand, the resale market for both HDB and private condo saw a significant drop in sales. But at the same time, the new launch market totally exploded in August 2025. This is the best August performance since 2007, with sales jumping 128% in just 1 month. So, what on earth is going on? We have a tale of two totally different markets. And in this video, I'm going to break down the data and show you what it means for you, whether you are a home seller, home buyer, or an investor. Hi everyone, I'm Kai Ming and welcome to my channel. On this channel, we will cut through all the noise in the property market and give you clear, actionable insights on the Singapore property market. Today, we are going through the crucial data from August 2025. And it's going to be very, very interesting. We are seeing a clear split between the brand new condo market and the resale market. Understanding this split is the key to making smart decisions in the months ahead. I'm going to walk you through why HDB resale transaction dropped more than 14% and how developers managed to sell more than 2,100 homes in just 1 month. By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer picture of where the opportunities and the risks are hiding. Let's get started. Let's start with the HDB market. If you are a HDB owner, the first thing you probably saw was this headline. Number of resale transactions dropped 14.3% from July and over 15% from the same time last year. Now, that sounds very alarming, but here is a simple explanation. The Hungry Ghost Festival fell in August this year. Typically during this season, we will see a slowdown in the resale market because buyers are more cautious during this period. But here is the more important number for HDB owner. While the number of sales dipped, the prices have held steady. In fact, prices barely moved month on month, showing just a small 0.1% decrease. And if we look at the bigger picture, HDB resale prices are still up very healthily, about 6% compared to last year. So, the value of your HDB is holding very strong. And the $1 million flat phenomenon is far from over. In August alone, 141 HDBs were sold over $1 million. The most popular area were the mature estates like Bukit Merah with 25 such deals and Toa Payoh with 22. The most insane transaction is that we have a $1.6 million HDB sale at Pinnacle at Duxton. So, what's the key takeaway? For sellers, if you are in a mature estate, demand for premium flats are still very strong. Don't let the temporary dip in resale transaction volume scare you into a low ball offer. Your property value is still very solid. For buyers, the most popular flat type remains the 4-room flat, making up over 45% of all the sales transactions, followed by the 3-room and the 5-room type. If you are finding this breakdown useful, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel to reach more people like you. Now, moving into the private property market. This is where things get really interesting, with very different stories depending on where you are looking at. The big headline is the clear difference in price growth across the 3 different regions. First, the core central region, or the prime district, saw the strongest growth, with prices climbing a solid 3%. This was driven by a high demand and a very limited supply for luxury property ready for occupancy. Next, the outside central region also saw a healthy growth of 1.1%, and this is likely due to the affordability and consistent demand from HDB upgraders. But the big surprise was from the rest of central region. For the first time after 5 straight quarters of growth, prices here actually dipped by 1.1%. Why? This is likely due to developers and sellers becoming more realistic, lowering asking prices to secure deals in a competitive market. If you want to stay ahead of all these policy changes and market shifts, do remember to subscribe to our channel so that you will receive notification when we post more updates like this. The private residential resale market in August recorded a total of 962 transactions. This is a decline of 6.2% as compared to July. But if we compare it against August last year, the transaction volume increased by around 10 to 13%. So, if the resale market is getting more quiet, where did all the buyers go? It went straight into the new launch market. We saw a record 2,496 new private homes launched in August, a 49% jump from July. In August alone, the developers sold more than 2,100 units, more than 100% increase from the month before. More than 90% of the buyers are Singaporeans, and this signifies that Singaporeans still have a very strong confidence in our property market. This increase in new private home sales is mainly driven by the 4 big launches in August, with Springleaf selling more than 800 units at an average PSF of above $2,100, followed by River Green, Promenade Peak, and Canberra Crescent residences. So, why did thousands of Singaporeans rush to buy brand new condos in Singapore? It wasn't an accident. It was due to these 3 key factors. First, strategic timing. Developers front-loaded their launches in early August to avoid the traditionally slower hungry ghost period. Second, a favorable buying environment. Inflation is easing, and key interest rates like the SORA are stable and low, sitting at around 1.11% in September. This gives buyers more confidence and better loan eligibility. But the most important factor was attractive pricing. Developers were very smart. They adopted a quantum play strategy, meaning they priced the units at a total cost that hits the sweet spot for buyers. Look at this chart. Nearly 80% of all new units sold in August were priced below $2.5 million. This affordability was a huge draw, especially for 90% of buyers who were Singaporean. Projects like Springleaf Residence sold more than 90% of their units on the launch day because they offered the right product at the right price point. For the buyers, this is a clear signal. If you felt priced out of the market, the new launch segment, especially the OCR segment, is where developers are competing very fiercely for your attention with very attractively priced property. So, we have a property market that is slowing down in some areas and accelerating in others. Navigating this requires a clear strategy based on your personal goals. The data give us a big picture, but what matters is how these trends affect your timeline, your finances, and your specific property. The data clearly points to a complex and diverging market ahead. To understand how these trends affect your specific property goals and how to navigate the next 6 months safely, I invite you to reach out to me directly. Drop me a message on WhatsApp for a non-obligatory, personalized analysis for your specific goals. Thank you for watching. The right information is the most powerful tool for you to use in the real estate market. I'm Kai Ming. Stay informed. See you in the next video.